Hey there. So, I love me a good sales funnel. So, what I wanted to do today is kind of take you through an automated sales funnel process that is pretty standard, but will definitely work regardless of your business type. And let me just say, when I say regardless of your business type, I am speaking to my service based and network marketing entrepreneurs. So let's go ahead and get started. So, first things first, and this is the overview of the entire funnel, but I am going to actually walk you through it in this lesson. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit here. And I am going to start right here for us. Because this is what these two blocks right here are the beginning of every funnel. This is your client attraction phase, and you're going to attract clients either through paid advertising or content marketing. Now, if you're using paid advertising, you got to remember you need to make sure you have a strong image and some really good copy. And the same also applies if you're using content marketing. Now, what I wanted to do, and the reason why this particular aspect drops down a little bit is because I wanted to give everyone some idea on what content marketing actually is. Content marketing is when you're using organic traffic to push people into your funnel. That organic traffic can come from a blog, it can come from a podcast, it can come from video, it could come from Facebook groups and or other forms of social media. Now, the reason why I broke Facebook groups out from other forms of social media, because we should definitely be posting a little bit differently in Facebook groups than we do on our standard social media platforms, meaning our Facebook business pages, our Twitter profiles, our LinkedIn profiles, our Instagram profiles, Pinterest. How we move around in that world is a little should be a little different than how we move around in Facebook groups. I am someone who is really big on making sure that the content you share in Facebook groups is unique to that Facebook group, making sure that you are addressing the group. Meaning, instead of just coming in and talking about whatever it is you're talking about, making sure you add the group title into the subject matter, making sure that you use images that's relevant to the theme of that group. So all of these things relate to content marketing. Now, once you get people attracted to you through paid or content marketing, the whole goal is to push them to your landing page. Now, your landing page is then going to be where you have your valuable freemium, and I definitely call them freemiums in my world because my freebies, I love to give a super duper amount of value in them. And once I give that value and those people subscribe to me, it then does two things for me. One is going to subscribe them to my email list. And the second thing is going to do is I'm going to push them to a thank you page for subscribing. Now, once they're in that thank you phase, once they're in their thank you screen, I prefer using the video invitation. A video invitation is simply going to be a hey, thank you for subscribing, and tell them a little bit about you. What do you do? And invite them to book a session with you. Now, there are different types of thank you pages you can use. This is only one example. If you do a video invitation, I strongly suggest using video and not just a hey, schedule an appointment. Video translates well with people, it's highly converting. Also, video gives them a feel of your vibe a little bit so you can make it as funky as you are. You definitely want to make sure that you include a little bit about who you are and some client testimonials. Now, this page is going to do two things. One, you will then be able to track your conversion results. How many people are actually how many people are actually landing here, right? That's going to be the conversion you're going to get from the landing page to the invitational. Because remember, we track conversions when people land on the second page. The second thing that it's going to do is if they choose the schedule, you're just going to bounce them right over to a simple scheduler. Now, I would recommend for someone who's just starting out, something simple like You Can Book Me, unless you have a different type of calendar system. However, if you have a calendar system that limits the number of calendars you can have or the number of active contacts you can have, try looking into something free as like You Can Book Me. Once they're on this calendar page, you want to make sure that you set the intention of the appointment just as a subtle reminder that you're not really offering a free coaching session, that is maybe a strategy session that's going to see what the needs of their business is and how you can help them in it. And then also make sure that it shows the calendar. And what you want to do is, while you definitely want to make sure your appointments appear in scarcity, you definitely don't want to push your appointments so far out that people can't book with you over the next couple of days. One of the other things I want you to remember is when people hit your calendar, you want to make sure that it's warm and that it's on brand. So most of the calendars definitely allow you to change the theme and colors. Just keep it on brand, ladies. And then once people are on your schedule, then guess what? They land right here to more book discovery sessions and another way that you can track conversions, because you really want to make sure that you are pushing people through the funnel. And this is just a simple client attraction funnel. Of course, this doesn't really go into the mechanics of it, and it doesn't really explain to you um the tips on copying. That's a whole different video for a whole nother day. But I hope that you enjoyed my simple sales marketing funnel. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments and I'll love to answer them for you. In the meantime, let me just zoom out a little bit and give you once again a full overview of an automated sales funnel and how it can work from your business. Talk soon.